Tokyo, July 2025. In a remarkable story of grassroots politics, 39-year-old Sori Sato has captured headlines after winning a seat in the Tokyo Metropolitan Assembly for the first time, spending a mere 8,458 yen, approximately $52, on her campaign. In a political landscape often dominated by lavish advertising, flashy events, and established parties, Sato's minimalist approach has defied expectations. She has also made waves by forming a new political group, Yachiyo no Kai, of which she is the sole member, a symbolic yet bold gesture of independence. A campaign unlike any other. Most political candidates in Tokyo spend millions of yen in campaign financing, often relying on big donors, elaborate flyers, staff, and vehicles blaring slogans. Sori Sato, however, chose a radically different path. Armed with only her voice, a modest collection of handwritten posters, and a deep sense of mission, she embarked on a face-to-face campaign in her local ward. Her total spending of just 8,458 yen, mainly covering printing and small miscellaneous expenses, stunned both media and veteran politicians. It wasn't about money, it was about message, Sato told reporters after the election. I wanted people to know who I really am, not a manufactured version of me. That meant walking the streets myself and talking to residents one by one. The roots of her run. Born and raised in Tokyo's Edogawa ward, Sato has a background in community work and caregiving. For the past decade, she had been involved in local volunteer initiatives, working with single mothers, the elderly, and children with disabilities. The COVID-19 pandemic deepened her political awakening. She watched as vulnerable citizens were neglected, bureaucratic systems collapsed under pressure, and economic inequality worsened. These observations ultimately pushed her to run for office, not as part of a party machine but as a citizen representing citizens. I saw too many people slipping through the cracks. I couldn't stay silent anymore, she said in her first public speech. David versus Goliath. Election night shocker. On July 7, as ballots were counted in Tokyo's eastern districts, most political analysts overlooked Sato as a fringe candidate with no realistic chance. But as the votes came in, the numbers told a different story. Sato managed to secure over 17,000 votes, enough to win one of the competitive district seats. The media quickly swarmed her tiny campaign headquarters, which was essentially her apartment, where she celebrated with her parents and a few volunteers. Her campaign lacked flashy slogans, celebrity endorsements, or a digital media team. But what it did have was authenticity. Residents who met her remembered her sincerity and directness. She was the only one who actually listened to my complaints about elderly care, said 68-year-old Noriko Fuji, a voter from Kodo Ward. All the others gave me pamphlets. She gave me her time. Yachiyo no Kai. A lone voice, a bold statement. After winning, Sato immediately announced the formation of a one-person political group named Yachiyo no Kai, loosely translated as Association of Eternal Prosperity. The poetic name hints at Sato's long-term vision, creating a sustainable and inclusive Tokyo where future generations can thrive. Tokyo Metropolitan Assembly rules allow members to form parliamentary groups, often used to consolidate power or secure speaking time. While most such groups are affiliated with major parties like the LDP, Komeito, or the Constitutional Democrats, Sato's one-person group stands out. By forming Yachiyo no Kai, Sato earns the same committee privileges and representation time as larger factions. More importantly, it symbolizes her intent to remain independent, not just in party affiliation, but in thought. I may be one voice, she said during her first assembly session, but I represent the voices of many who've been ignored. A new kind of politician. Sato's win has reignited the debate over money in politics. In a city where political campaigns can cost tens of millions of yen, her 8,458 yen victory serves as a reminder that democracy, at its core, is still about people. Analysts say Sato's case is part of a growing trend. With younger voters disillusioned by traditional politics, and social media leveling the playing field, minimal budget candidates can now connect directly with the public, especially when they have a clear message and genuine empathy. Political science professor Koichi Aoyama from Meiji University explained, Sato's win is not a fluke. It's a reflection of shifting public values. People want representation that's real, not rehearsed. Challenges ahead. While her victory is historic, Sato faces a steep uphill battle in the assembly. With no allies from major parties and a lone status, passing proposals or even gaining traction on policy suggestions may prove difficult. However, Sato seems undeterred. I'm not here to play the political game. I'm here to ask uncomfortable questions and remind people of their promises, she declared. Already, she's proposed public hearings on Tokyo's post-COVID health infrastructure and better support systems for part-time caregivers, issues she experienced firsthand before taking office. A symbol for the disenfranchised. Perhaps the most remarkable aspect of Sato's story is not just her victory, but who she represents. Her campaign spoke to single mothers juggling 3 jobs, to pensioners afraid of being forgotten, and to young people priced out of Tokyo's housing market. Many see her as a symbol, not of rebellion, but of renewal. I voted for her because she wasn't polished, said Rina Matsumoto, a 22-year-old university student. She seemed like one of us, like she actually gets how hard life is now. Media frenzy and public attention. Since her win, Sato has appeared on multiple talk shows, podcasts, and radio interviews. Yet she remains wary of being turned into a media personality. I want to stay grounded. Fame is temporary. Responsibility is lasting, she posted on her newly opened X, formerly Twitter, account, which already boasts 75,000 followers. She continues to update supporters with live videos from assembly meetings and walks through her ward, where she still greets residents by name. Setting a new standard, Sato's success might mark the beginning of a new era in Tokyo politics, one that values integrity over influence and presence over polish. Already, independent candidates from other prefectures have cited her as inspiration for future runs. Several opposition parties are said to be quietly watching her rise, some even rumored to be interested in forming coalitions or absorbing her into their ranks. But Sato maintains her distance. I'm not closing doors, she said. But my priority is to stay true to the people who elected me, not to play musical chairs in party politics. Conclusion. The power of one. Sori Sato's improbable journey, from neighborhood volunteer to elected assembly member with the lowest known campaign expenditure in recent history, is a striking chapter in Tokyo's democratic story. Her solo political group, Yachiyo no Kai, may be small in number, but it stands tall in principle. As Tokyo continues to evolve in the post-pandemic era, the presence of a fresh, authentic voice like Sato's reminds citizens that politics isn't reserved for the elite, that anyone with conviction, compassion, and courage can make a difference. And sometimes, all it takes is 8,458 yen and a dream.